So this is a dilution scenario where we have sodium phosphate solution and we have an original concentration and its ions in the first flask. Then we're going to take some of what's in this flask and we're going to move it into this flask and then fill it the rest of the way up with water. And then we'll have a second solution that's more diluted of the sodium phosphate solution. So this is the more diluted version, and this is the original or stock solution. So the equation that we use for dilutions is M1V1 equals M2V2, where this is my original molarity and volume, and this is my new molarity and volume. In this calculation, we are told that our stock solution, or our original solution, has a 0.299 molar sodium phosphate solution. And then when we dilute the sodium phosphate solution, we end up with a sodium ion concentration of 0.0231 molar. The dilute solution is prepared by taking 215.2 milliliters, that's this right here, from this flask and placing it into this flask and then diluting it. And so the question is, what is the total volume, and we'll go with in milliliters, of this solution once it's been created? So my M1 is here and my V1 is here. I need to know what is the M2, the molarity of the sodium phosphate after it's been diluted, so that I can determine the new volume of the sodium phosphate after it's been diluted. But what we've been given is the concentration of the sodium ions, not the sodium phosphate. So first, I'm going to take this value and I'm going to convert it to the molarity of my sodium phosphate. So 0.0231 molar sodium ions. And then I'm going to go from moles of sodium ions to moles of sodium phosphate. There are 3 moles of sodium ions to every 1 mole of sodium phosphate. And so 0.0231 divided by 3 is going to give me my M2, which is 7.7 times 10 to the negative 3 molar sodium phosphate. And now that I have my M2 here, I can insert everything that I have into this equation and I can solve for the new volume, new total volume. So my M1 is 0.299 times V1 is 215.2 milliliters molarity, and my M2 is 7.7 times 10 to the negative 3 molar. What is V2? And so I will type in 0.299 times 215.2 and then divide that by 7.7 times 10 to the negative 3, and I get a volume of 8,356 milliliters, which is letter